Oh shit, I meant me to do that. Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. Man City win 3-1 at St James's Park, man. Good performance, boy, good performance. Oi, that was mega, man. I can't lie. I actually think that could be the best performance of the season. And if it wasn't the best performance of the season, then it was very close. And it was exciting to watch. It was fluid football, good football to watch, man. And like I said at the end of the watch on there, Pep Guardiola, yeah, he's got some tough decisions to make on Wednesday for Real Madrid. Because some of the players, man, have put in some elite performances there, mate. I'll be real. Nico Gonzalez, yeah, Hozanov, Savio, Mamouche, maybe even Mamouche. I mean, Haaland's scored 1 goal in 12 from open play. Maybe Mamouche. What do you do with Doku? God, you put Doku back in? Honestly, man, Pep Guardiola's got some difficult decisions to make. I've sent the link out to a couple of the lads, but I don't know who's going to be joining because it's late in it. But Danny's here, man. Danny, what are you saying?
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Like you said, it's a strange lineup with good performances across the board, so you can't really complain. A lot of players just got brought in from the cold, you know, Ake, Stones, Nico, and Doku, and they looked like they hadn't missed a beat. So it's good to know we've got a deep squad and Pep's using it. And I don't know, everyone's just cooking now. It's a good thing to see after the sort of disappointment we saw on Wednesday. So
you think that was our best performance of the season?
Not of the season, because there's always those ones in early November that were very good. But best performance of 2026, I think, pretty comfortably.
I think it was our best performance of the season.
Really?
I think, yeah, I do. Bro, we could have scored 8 goals. If Reinders knew how to shoot, we would have scored he could have had 4 goals tonight, you know.
Yeah, fair play. He
could have 4 goals tonight. I think in terms of because realistically, yeah, how many saves did Trafford have to make tonight? Not a lot, yeah.
No, not many.
So
not many. No.
Defensively, we were pretty solid. Nico G in the midfield sort of locked it off, and we created loads of chances. I think on the whole, everything considered, I think that was our best performance of the season. Now, it was obviously some of the reason why we created the chances because Newcastle set up differently because it's a cup game, don't know. But that's you know, beside the point. I think for me, it probably was the best performance of the season. And like I say, if Reinders knew how to shoot, we would have scored about 8 goals there tonight, man. Honestly, really, really good, man. It's what we needed after Wednesday, innit, bro? Because Wednesday was such a just a depression.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to talk about Wednesday at length, but it kind of proved the point I was making a week ago. You just can't sit on a 1-goal lead because weird stuff can happen, and weird stuff did happen on Wednesday. Today it was just attack, and that's what I like. We got a second goal, and then pretty soon after got the third one, and it was curtains from there. Newcastle didn't even look like scoring. So again, you get a 2-goal lead, and that's what can happen. So just the intent. I love the intent today from pretty much everyone on that pitch.
Let's do it then. Savio, right? There's been a lot of criticism about Savio this season from everyone in the fan base, myself included. However, you know, I remember when he got back from that injury, I said, clean slate, man. I didn't expect these level of performances, though, Danny. Listen, he come off the bench against Forest, was, I thought, very good off the bench. Could have got a goal, good block from Murillo. Tonight, he got the nod from Pep. We were discussing it before the game. Did he deserve it after 30 minutes? But Pep gave him the chance. He needed to take it before the game. Everybody in the chat was saying he got to play well today. He's got to take his opportunity. My God, did he take his opportunity? I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic. Got a goal, which actually didn't know much about. Got a goal, but he gets himself in the penalty area. He gets himself in the 6-yard area. By the way, Sterling got a load of goals like that in his career.
Absolutely. Winger to winger goal, like 7-8 years ago when we were scoring goals for fun. That Doku Savio one. Yeah, he was doing all the simple stuff right. He was making the right runs. He was setting people up. There was this one baffling one where Stones played him through and he kind of got all confused as to what to do. That can happen. But again, this is why I've believed in him all this time. Sure, he's frustrated me at times, but this is what he's capable of. And next time he's given a chance, don't know when it'll be because we've got Madrid coming up. We've got Cup final coming up. Who knows? He's just got to keep doing it. This has to be the level for him.
No, absolutely. I mean, like I said before, Pep's got some difficult questions now and decisions to make on Wednesday because obviously it's only been, a game and a half, if that Savio's played. But he's been mint, hasn't he? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the chat, let us know what you think in the chat as well, right? But where are you at now, Danny, with this sack? Do you think he's played his way into the team for Wednesday, or is it not enough? He's out. He played 70, 80 minutes today. He played 20 minutes on Wednesday. Is it enough to play against Real Madrid in the last 16? Or do you just go with it? Because he has been mint in the last 2 games.
For Wednesday, I feel like it's a bit quick. I feel like with the league being the way it is, you've got to put a lot of eggs in that Real Madrid basket. And I just go with my strongest 11 based on the last couple of months there. I wouldn't play him, but for West Ham, when you want to put priority on Real Madrid home and away, he's definitely played his way in for that one. I definitely want to see him again. It's just at the Bernabeu. Is that really the right level yet? Don't know.
Yeah. This guy in the chat, Mozzie, says best performance in a City shirt for Savio.
Oh yeah, certainly up there.
Yeah, of course it is, Osmodius. It definitely is. I've always said this. I said we need Pep Guardiola to have difficult decisions to make. That's what you got to do. I can't believe some people in the chat are saying he was average. You guys, man, what the fuck are you guys going on about? What's his name?
That's ridiculous. He was tremendous. He was our best attacker today.
What is going on here, man? Some of you guys in the chat got some crazy agendas. Nah, he was really good, man. You know, it was, like you said before, the constant running, taking players on. Like in his head, he was like, I'm just going to take players on. Yeah. I Pizzi, are you rage baiting? What are you talking about, man? Oh, you trying to tell me Savio wasn't good today? Are you being serious?
I don't know if he's talking to you or talking to the chat. That's unclear. I don't know who's getting
Pizzi said it before. He reckons Savio was average.
Oh, that's poor Pizzi, mate. Big up the California Massive, mate. But that's shocking from you.
That is shocking from him, mate. Yeah, what are these people talking about? You watch the same fucking games as me. Yeah, what are we doing here, man? Yeah, he was on smoke, man. He was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Yeah, let me pull up his numbers, yeah? Let me see what his numbers were saying in the game. Yeah, lineups, Savio, right? Let me pull up his stats here, yeah?
And I'll tell you what with Savio, Lewis Hall is not an easy fullback. And he had him
he's good.
He had him on toe. Mate, he forced Lewis Hall to get switched out to right back. That's how good he was playing.
He's good, man. Lewis Hall's a good left back. He got absolutely rinsed.
I know.
Yeah. Look at this, right? So 2 key passes in the game, yeah? Crosses, all right, crosses a bit dead, yeah? Shooting's a bit dead as well, yeah, we all know that, yeah? 3 successful dribbles, love to see it. Yeah, look at these numbers, mate. Yeah, look at these ground duels. Look at these ground duels, man. 6 successful ground duel, 5 recoveries, mate. Unbelievable stats, bro. Yeah, honestly, I was good, man. He was good. Now, Adam, listen, I've already said, yeah, he needs to do this for the rest of the season. He can't just have 70 minutes in an FA Cup 5th round game and then be like, oh, yeah, mint, sign him up for life. That he needs to do this now for the rest of the season. Nah, bro, I'm just saying he played well, innit? I'm still saying, for me, his City career is still in balance. I'm still not saying that he's staying next season, mate.
No, and even I've said that. I've said this has to be the standard for him. This has to be
the standard, bro. Every game.
This can't be the anomaly for him. You can't play him next time he plays and he goes back to the way he was. And again, I back him. I love him. This is what I knew he was capable of. It's got to be more regular.
Why can he not shoot, though? That's something that he needs to work on, bro. Like, surely City have got someone working with him. You know what they need to do, yeah? When Mahrez retires, yeah, they actually legit need to hire Mahrez, mate. Because do you remember that chance that John Stones played that fantastic ball through? If that's Mahrez scores that, bro. You know
that's one touch and right in the bottom corner from Mahrez. But I don't know, he's just caught in 2 minds there. It's a bit weird.
He needs to practice shooting, yeah, because like, bro, like you can't be in a situation where you can't shoot. But listen, again, baby steps, good performance again tonight. Let him learn the shooting drillers, and hopefully he can start banging in some goals. But really positive stuff, man. Really positive stuff. And let's see what Pep does on Wednesday, mate. Because who knows? He might throw him in, you know. He might throw him in.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially with Madrid looking as vulnerable at the back as they have done recently. You never know.
Yeah.
Could be the right choice. You know, someone in the comments told me last week to stick to baseball. In baseball, you've got hitting coaches, you've got pitching coaches. We need to bring in a shooting coach for Savio, like you've said. What's Sergio Aguero doing nowadays? He's just sat on Twitch still. Bring him in. Put him in. Tell him, Savio, you got to do the near post driller, mate. Or bring Mahrez in, go for the far post. Someone's got to come in and help him because the rest of his game is tremendous.
Yeah, no. Well, I've said it all year. I've said it all year. I said it. I ban him a week's wage. I fine him a week's wages. Every time he shoots with the side of his foot, week's wage is fined. Yeah, just smack it as hard as you can. But now that was a real positive performance, man. He does need to learn to practice his shooting. Yeah, he does need to practice that. But yeah, if he can play like that week in, week out, then buzzing. You know what I mean? Buzzing. That's going to be good. Yeah. Savio's found his level. Hey, what are you talking about? Newcastle.
Mate, Saeed, where's Ahmad Diallo been for the last 2 months? When's he scored last?
Bro, I need to play the clip, man. I need to play the clip.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have
it. Oh, shit. Yo. Beast.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing as well. Newcastle turned him over with 10 men in midweek. Savio made it look easy against him.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Oh, Daddy on smoke. Daddy
Mate, they made Osula look like prime Lionel Messi, and he
got that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
He got locked up by Ake and Stones, who have 2 legs between them.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
All right. We get it.
My daddy cooking, man. I can't lie. Nah, buzzing, man. Buzzing. Nah, big up Savio, man. It was good to see him cook. And like I say, hopefully, I do think that if he doesn't learn how to shoot, I do think he's going to struggle long term. Just because I think when you're playing at City, that level, I think not being able to, kill games off, it's gonna be difficult. You know what I'm saying? But let's see, man. Hopefully he can progress. Listen, there's a player that I want to talk about, and it's I big up my mate Viva Huzanov. It is Abdulkadir Kuzanov, Kuzanov isn't that great with the ball, they said. I know he's nowhere level to Stones, but it's step by step, brick by brick. I've already said I think this guy's a generational talent. Yeah, I think this guy's a generational talent, Danny. Yeah, I think he's got everything. Every sort of raw material that you would want from a modern day centre back, and now he's even starting to dribble the ball out like John Stones.
I was about to say that he carried the ball half the the pitch right at the end. I think.
He started doing that a lot recently. Last couple of games that he's played, he's actually started doing that. What are you saying about Kuzanov, man? I think he's a generational player, me.
Oh, I think the sky's the limit with him. I didn't even think he was that tremendous today. I thought it was just a 7.5 out of 10 for him. But the fact that this is one of his just mid performances just shows how good he's been. Do you get him in the team? Don't know, but my God, he made a big case for himself today.
I think you have to. You know what it is, right? Like before the Leeds game, was it the Leeds game? I think it was the Leeds game. Yeah, I was like, I think you go Diaz just because of everything that he's done it before. He's won shit, and then he played, and then he got man of the match for me. And then the Forest game, I don't know, unless you do it game by game. Yeah, I'm not sure, but for me, I just think that what Kuzanov offers you. I know Diaz has won the league before multiple times. I know he's won like PFA Player of the Year. I know that he's experienced and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get all that. Yeah, 100%. However, I just think what Huzanov gives you, that pace, that agility, the aggression, I just think it's overall, I think it might be worth more than Diaz, man. But it is tough because I thought Diaz was man of the match against Leeds. In the Leeds game, I thought Diaz was man of the match. So it is a tough one, but you've got to do the pros and cons. And Diaz defo brings you stuff that maybe Kuzanov doesn't. But I just think for me, what Kuzanov brings you, and by the way, I'm saying this, I was pro Diaz 2 weeks ago. I was like, I think it's Diaz but after considering everything that I've seen in the last couple of weeks, for me, I think you've got to go Kuz.
It depends person to person. Some people, Pulpy's a big leadership guy. How much do you value that leadership? Do you want the tangible stuff or the intangible stuff? Because right now, I feel like on the pitch, I feel like Kusanov's just slightly the better player, but Diaz has been there, done that. He's gotten us to 2 Champions League finals. So send him to the Bernabeu again. I could understand it, especially without Mbappe down the middle. You're not going to have as much pace up top for Madrid. But
realistically, Danny, what is Diaz better than? I'm not trying to do my anti-Diaz thing again. I was pro Diaz 2 weeks ago, but what is Diaz better than Abdulkadir Kuzanov at football?
I don't know.
I'd say blocking.
Yeah, I was going to say going to ground while defending, but the whole stand-up stuff, beating someone in a foot race, even wide defending. I know Husanov wasn't that great at that when he was at Lons and when he first came in, but he's done better in wide positions now. There's less sort of silly fouls. That was the big complaint with him. So he's learning. He's learning on the job. It's good. Yeah, gets better by the game.
I'm going Kuzanov, man. I'm full sending him. I'm full sending Kuzanov now. Honestly, I swear down, man. I think he's fucking unbelievable. I think he's unbelievable.
And that's fair enough. Like, I hate to sit on the fence, but like whoever he picks, I don't really care. I back either one of them to do the job. It's fine.
It's great that we've got these. Like again, we're having debates about players because they're both good. You know what I'm saying? Which is great stuff. But I just think, for me, yeah, for me, I'm going Cousinov. I think I just think all round he's better. And the way that we play, it allows us to be a bit more aggressive. It allows us to really push the team up the pitch and dominate. Whereas when you've got Diaz, you're a little bit like, oh.
Yeah, absolutely. You got better on-ball capabilities with Husanov, as we saw today. You know, Diaz in the build-up is just not the best. And that's not saying he's a bad player. He's been tremendous ever since August, Diaz. But, I don't know, just the raw skill set, I feel like Husanov's a better player at the moment. But that's not shitting on Diaz. I want to make that abundantly clear.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's have a look at some of these chats. I big up Jace, man. I don't know if you're in the chat. I just seen your super chat come through on the watch along. Then he says, Jace says it should have been 5 or 6 versus 2 in this season. Oh, it should have been 5 out of 5 versus Newcastle this season if it wasn't for the same ref who was shocking again. By the way, yeah, we did get unlucky in that last game, didn't we, in the Premier League with the referee decisions, man. I can't lie, but at the same time, we also had chances which we didn't put away. You know what I mean? And that's been our problem this season, clinicalness. If we don't win the league this year, it's because people will talk about our defence. It's got nothing to do with the defence. If we don't win the league this year, it's because in front of a goal we've been asked.
If we don't win the league, it was because of Chelsea where we couldn't score. It was because of Sunderland where Savio couldn't hit the barn door with a baseball bat. It was because of Brighton where we should have scored 2 or 3 before they even equalised. And it was about Forest where we missed a boatload of chances.
And Newcastle, maybe not win Newcastle, but we should definitely have at least got a point in that game.
Yeah, sure. I think both teams could have scored 3 or 4 goals that game because we were pretty open at the back as well that game. But again, clinical, should have scored 3 or 4, like you said. So,
nah, defo. Cousinov and Gaze a wall. I know. Well, the thing is though, as well, okayness. Yeah, what do you do when Gvardiol comes back? Bro, that's a tough one. Then do you put Gvardiol to left back? But I know he's been slamming it at left back now. Like, bro, I tell you what, yeah, when we get all our players back fit next season, it is going to be Pep's going to have some serious issues, mate.
Well, mate, we was whinging about the small squad last year. These are the decisions you have to make when the squad is no longer small, and I like it, bro.
No, again, me too.
There was such a 2020, 2021 feel about this where we made 11 changes and the lineup was still mint. I love that. I love having 2 starting 11s where rivals just come out and say, "Oh, City buy all the play." Mate, we're trying to compete on all fronts here. That's what you have to do. We've got our first 11 completely rested and fresh for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I know.
But and most importantly, we went in 1-1 at halftime. I was like, shit, what if this goes to extra time? Because they've scrapped the replays as well. Like, mate, we're in trouble if this goes to extra time because we got to go Bernabeu midweek. But luckily we came.
Yeah, that would not be ideal, bro. I can't lie. Playing an extra 30 minutes at St James's Park when we got to go away. We're away, aren't we?
Yeah, first leg away. Yeah.
Yeah, cracking result tonight, man. Like I say, we probably should have scored even more tonight, man. You know what I mean? If Reinders could shoot, we probably would have scored at least 5. Let's have a look at some of these chats that are flowing in, boys. I smash these likes up as well. If you've not done so already, hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subbed up to the channel as well. I'm going to come on to Nico Gonzalez after these super chats, man, because Nico G needs his own section. He was absolutely incredible today for me. Bill to Ando says, I think the system helps Savio with Stones as a ball-playing centre-back. Ake helps too. The 4-2-2-2 may not work, but I don't know. Like, I think you're probably right on the ball playing because it gets the ball forward quicker, doesn't it? But obviously, you can't play Stones. Mate.
Yeah, I don't know what it was because I don't want to say it was all because of Haaland, but we looked so fluid today.
Well, I know Jay's.
I don't want to pile on the guy, but it's tough, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, like the facts is, he scored 1 open play goal in 11 matches. So he's not scoring goals. So he's not a benefit to the team. Like I don't know what you do with Haaland. Do you keep him dropped? I don't know. It's a debate, and for some reason, it's a proper like intense debate. Some people get like proper fired up about it, but I think we played our best football today. And I think not the last time, but the time before last, Haaland was dropped. Champions League game. I think it might have been Galatasaray. He was dropped for that, and we played quite well as well. So. I don't know what you do. But
Spartacus, I'm not fully having that, mate, from you because you do say we did play well, but we were still playing long balls even with Trafford in goal, and his passing accuracy wasn't at the best. So,
what? Who said what?
Spartacus says we change the keeper and we look great every time. I feel like
Spartacus has got some fucking mad agenda about Donnarumma, though, man.
I know he does. But we was playing long ball with Trafford and with Donnarumma, and Trafford was putting the ball out of play time and time again. So I feel like I can't agree here.
Yeah, he's got some crazy agenda there, bro. I can't lie. Well, bro,
but they weren't more accurate. He kept putting the ball out of play.
Yeah, I don't think James Trafford's passing today was great, bro. I'm gonna be real with it. I think because you've got such an agenda, Spartacus, yeah, and maybe you don't realize it yet, but because you've got such an agenda, I don't think you realize James Trafford passing today wasn't great. But for some reason, you're saying it was much more accurate and better. I don't think it was. I don't think his passing was great today. I don't think it was any better than Donnarumma's. I really don't. Man. But anyway, let me have a look at these chats, man. Shout out to Andre, says, big up Danny Saeed got cut. Yeah, that was honestly, that was a generational fry from Danny.
Hey, if he wants to meet me in the car park, he can meet me in the car park.
Yo. Big up Andre, man. Big up Citizen King, says, we do this with our B team, Sharks and Circle Real Madrid. Nah, real talk, man. I think we should batter them, especially when they got no Mbappe, no Rodrigo, no Jude Bellingham. Yeah, they got no players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully pull off an Ajax 2019 against them. But again, Bernabeu's a tough place to go.
No, definitely. So, big up Scott. He says, I have a weird feeling you'll still win the league. Fucking hell, man. Why did you have to say this, bro? No, I mean, listen, I think I've said it since Wednesday. I think Arsenal drop points in more than one game. I think they drop points at Etihad, and I think they drop points in one game outside that. That would mean that Manchester City have to win 9 out of 9 to win the league. So if you think we can win 9 out of 9, we'll win the league. I genuinely think we'll win the league if we win 9 out of 9.
Playing like we did today, I think we can. But can we play like this every day, week in, week out? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But this on the performance side was so encouraging. I don't do results-based analysis. I do performance-based analysis. And today the performance showed me that we can go far in every tournament we're in.
Even Joel Butterfield would be positive tonight.
Indeed he would.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not here. He's in Amsterdam. Yeah, we're coming up to Nico Gonzalez next, man. Shout out to Scott. We'll see, mate. We'll see. Big up to you. Big up to Farid. Says Savio is literally your Mal without the finishing. Yeah, probably still a bit too glazy, that one, bro, but I get what you're saying. Big up to Foggy, coming in with a 23-month ski. I'll come on to yours in a minute. When I want to save that for the next one, man. But I want to come on to Nico Gonzalez. Shout out to Tarek as well for jumping on. To be honest with you, boys, yeah, I'm going to be real. I think Nico G was my man of the match today. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I thought that was the best centre midfield performance we've seen in quite a while. I think that eclipses what Rodri's done in the last few matches. And that was clearly a player that's sending a message to Pep Guardiola, who wants to be involved in this Real Madrid game, who wants to get back into the starting 11. Obviously, people have been asking questions. Why is Nico Gonzalez not playing? Well, he responded tonight. Tarek, Nico G, mate, he's my man of the match. What did you think about his performance? He needs his own segment.
It was great. I've been asking and calling for him to play. But unfortunately, he hasn't had his opportunities. And so to your point, when he got his chance today, he took it, played really, really well. For me, I'm going to go as far as man of the match. I still have to go. I think Savio, he was just really, really, I won't say deadly, but he was dangerous all game. He was aggressive all game. So for me, man of the match is Savio, but I have no problem with you shouting out Nico G, because I think he deserves it. Everything that, again, is he ever gonna be blazing pace? No, never gonna be blazing pace, but he did everything we would want from that position. And to your point, LB, probably did it in a way that looks better than what Rodri looks today. Not to say that he's better than Rodri long term, but what Rodri's giving us today, he's just as good, if not better, than what Rodri's been given. And that's not to try to pin them against each other, but just to say that there is no drop off if we bring Nico G in. At least in this game, there's no drop off. And so I don't understand why we're not seeing more of him, because I feel like he deserves to play. Yeah,
no, he definitely does deserve to play. I'm trying to think now. How do you get him into the team? Do you have to drop O'Reilly? Tough, because he's been mint since he come in. Do you drop Rodri and just say Rodri's not quite at the level that he needs to be, but then he's not going to get to the level because he needs to play? Do you drop Bernardo Silva? But Bernardo Silva for me has been our best overall midfielder in the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks. He's been incredible. So how do you, Tarek? Yeah. How do you get Nico Gonzalez into the team without taking out those players? Or do you just have to make a big, bold decision and drop one of them, which probably will be unpopular with a lot of the fans, depending on who you go for. O'Reilly dropping, that's going to be unpopular. You drop Rodri, that's going to be unpopular. You drop Bernardo, that's going to be unpopular. How do you get him in? Because I thought he's excellent today. And by the way, just quickly before you come in, something that I noticed today that I feel like he's definitely developed is progressive passing from deep. You know, like normally pushing up. Remember when Rodri come back into the team and we was all saying, you notice straight away how Rodri gets the ball and he can move the ball up the pitch. His passing today, Nico Gonzalez, was excellent. He was breaking the lines every time. So, Tarek, you've obviously been saying you want to see a lot more Nico G. How do you get him into the team?
So I don't even know that you have to start him necessarily every match. I'm not asking for that because, again, I do know who Rodri is and what he represents to us as a team. So as a club. So no, I'm not asking for him to start every match and necessarily drop Rodri to the bench. But I think that there are games where you can do that. I don't think you have to spam Rodri out, which is what we did and which is why he kept getting hurt. Nico G has proven that he can play in those moments and you can give him a break. Him being Rodri, you can give Rodri a break and it not drop off. So yeah, if you want to bring off a Bernardo and bring him in, great. If you want to bring off a Nico O'Reilly and bring him in, great. I think you can rotate that. There's basically, in my mind, there's 4 for 3, right? So there's the Rodri, the Nico O'Reillys, and the Bernardos, and then you add Nico G. There's 4 people for those 3 spots that they've typically been playing. And I just think you can rotate it around. My issue is just that he was our starter when Rodri was out. And then once Rodri got back, he went, incognito. We can't even find this guy. He's only looking for him on milk cartons. That was my issue, is like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can bring him in, still play him in moments, keep him ready. But to your point, today, what we saw was a kid that says, I want to play, I deserve to play, and I'm going to make it hard for you to take me off the pitch.
Yeah, someone in the chat said, could you put Nico O'Reilly back to left back? Yeah, but fucking Aitnore's been cooking.
I mean, you could, but yeah. Again, this is just for rotation purposes. Again, that Aitnore's been really good, and quite honestly, Nico O'Reilly's been really good in midfield. So we have flexibility. Pep just needs to use it.
Yeah. All right, big up Elliot, man. He was at the game. He said, what an away end. Thoughts on this conversation we're having.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I was saying earlier that first goal, winger to winger, just like 17, 18.
Yes.
Well, again, you know what I mean? Like, obviously the goal was lucky, yeah. It just bounced off him and went in. But if you get yourself in the area, you've got a chance of fucking getting a tap in.
Yeah.
And for far too, basically, ever since I'd say the treble season, I don't know if you guys disagree, ever since the treble season, we've not, or maybe even the season before that, actually, we've not seen the wingers be getting into the penalty area like that, yeah? And like I'm telling you now, Sterling used to get 15 goals a season, maybe more.
Yeah,
just getting himself inside the penalty area.
The right spot.
He'd score 15 like that. He'd score another 6 or 7 screamers, and then I don't know, a couple penalties here and there. So yeah,
you've got to get him in the box, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get Savio in the penalty area like that, and just get the fucking goals. And as he gets more goals, yeah, you'll see his confidence go again. Chat, we've seen it. I done the reaction with Pulpit on stream. We checked out all his goals against when he played for Girona. I got the goals up, yeah, on stream, and we watched it, yeah. And all his goals were calm. He'd get in front of goal and he'd just slot it past the goalkeeper. At City, for some reason, yeah, he gets bare nervous. And when he goes through on goal, he shits himself. And as soon as he gets a few goals, I think he'll get like he was back at Girona. He'll just start slotting them past the goalkeeper. I think because he's young, yeah, he's come to a new country. He's at City. Like, obviously, he come last season when we were trash. I think he's just bare nervous and he's not got that confidence. Yeah, well, you've seen the confidence come back tonight with the taking on. And I think as soon as he gets a couple of goals, I think you'll start to see him like shoot better because he'll probably calm down. I think every time he goes for a goal, his head's going 100 miles an hour. And he just try to think about it, like, oh my God, I don't know how to shoot. I don't like, you know what I mean? Whereas like, as soon as he gets a couple, he'll just calm the hell down and just slot it past the goalkeeper. Because you go and watch, yeah, chat, the compilation on YouTube, Savio goals for Girona, and you'll be stunned at the goals. You'll think it's a different player. The finishes, he just slots it past the goalkeeper, no, just chilling. Whereas at City, every time he does that, he shits himself. So it's confidence issue. As soon as he gets a couple,
yeah, if he strings a few games like this together, it'll become more second nature. I'll be like, all right, this is what I have to do. It's worked for me 3 games in a row now, so this is what I have to do now. When I overthink, it doesn't work out for me. All I got to do is keep it simple, get in the right positions, and the ball will find me. The players around me are good enough to find me if I just sit in the penalty box. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. He hasn't got to reinvent the wheel. He hasn't got to score screamers on every goal. These types of goals are valuable. They all count the same. So
what do we do now in terms of going forward with this formation? Because obviously he's gone back to this today. I don't know if it's a one-off, but this is what we'll discuss. He's gone back to this sort of, and that's what the chatter was just saying then about the 17-18 wingers, Marmoush in the sort of striker, false nine area. Having seen that, and I'm saying that I think this might be our best performance of the season, or it's certainly up there. Do we stick with this? Is it just a one-off? Do we not need to read too much into it? It's a cup game. They defended differently. They played differently. Like, where are we at now in terms of how do we move forward? Because we've played loads of different systems this season. Yeah. Do we stick with this and just maybe throw Haaland in there? I don't know. Tarek, what are you saying? Do you want to see more of this Doku, Savio winger sort of play?
I want to see the style of play that we played today. I don't care what the names are, but we were much more, we moved the ball faster. We were much more direct. We were playing with intensity and with pace. And it was everything but the extremely slow buildup. That's what I don't want to see. Now, you can put those names in, and maybe you ask the question, can we play this way with the players that typically play? I don't know. The players that played today did excellent. They had an excellent showing for themselves. They showed that they deserve to play. But it would be hard for me to say, okay, we're not. I mean, Semenyo came on at the end. Haaland didn't come on. He wasn't even here. There are some players that, have to play, but I want to see this style of play. I don't want us to go back and revert back to the overly patient. I'm not suggesting that you can't be patient in the build up and all that, but there are times where we're just overly patient, overly slow. I don't want to see that. What we did today, that was beautiful. That was, and someone said it, one of the best. Probably the best we've played all year, and then maybe that's
nice to watch as well.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
You're watching these Premier League games, which are you fucking stabbing your eyes with needles because it's that disgusting to watch Premier League football. Yeah, like, bro, that was nice to watch, man. Like, keep fucking getting the ball to the wingers, taking players on. Yeah, and if Reinders could have shot, man, it would have been absolutely incredible. I just listen. It was a great performance. I do think it's our best performance of the season. I just don't know whether we can't get too carried away because obviously when it's a cup match, the opposition do set up differently. They're trying to go, they're leaving more space for you to run it. You're maybe not going to get that space in the Premier League. But I don't know if people can convince me in the chat or any used to, then I'm good to run it again. But it was defo nice. Here's a question for you, Danny. Yeah, a couple of people in the chat are saying that system today wouldn't work if you played Haaland. So what do you think about that?
I was just thinking about that just now while you guys were talking. Because we talked about 17-18, we had Aguero up top. He wasn't a poacher. I mean, he scored poachy goals, but he'd drop back. He'd receive possession all over the pitch. Haaland's not really that kind of guy, nor should he be. His strength is just scoring goals in and around the box, left, right, and center. But in this formation where the wingers are going to get super involved, they're going to be wide, they're going to be beating their man, putting ball across the box, I think it suits Marmoush a bit better. I do think it does.
What would happen, right? Just quickly, what would happen in terms of like the system if you was to put Haaland in there? Would it be horrific? Like what changes? What does Marmoush give you then in that system that makes it work that Haaland?
Well, I think back to Marmoush's second goal. I don't think Haaland takes up that position. And that's not a dig on Haaland. They're just different players who take up different positions. Haaland doesn't wait on the edge of the box. Marmoush pops up everywhere. Haaland, you know where he's going to be. He's going to be stood penalty spot or 6-yard box. So, I don't know. I think different wingers suit different strikers the more and more I watch it. I think if you have Doku Savio, that's going to be a Marmoush type driller. But when you've got, I don't know, I think Cherky and Haaland's more of a combination, or Semenyo Haaland, I don't know.
Well, obviously Jay's saying, nah, drop Haaland. He wants Haaland dropped, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that Jay, love Jay. That's probably a tad bit extreme. But I also will say, if if he's not giving again, what Marmoush, in my opinion, gives us is just the work rate is so. I mean, he runs his socks off, right? And so he puts the other team in bad positions, causes disruption, turnovers, whatever. Those are things that we don't typically get from a Holland. I don't think like attacking wise, I don't know that there's anything that Marmoush he probably he hits the ball from deep, maybe probably better than Holland, but nothing else that I see that he does now. But to Danny's point, just the positions are going to take up maybe slightly different. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, like
we love Jay. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I don't know. Like people saying Haaland can't do that, play in that position, but I really like what I don't get it. I just don't understand it, man. Like,
but can you imagine Haaland waiting on the edge of the box like that, putting it top corner? That's more a Marmoush thing.
But I think Haaland would have gotten those balls that came all the way across. Now we ended up scoring from them.
Sure,
but I think he would have turned those in.
Sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just,
all the crosses that Doku and Savio put in, how
Yeah.
many of those could have gone to Haaland today?
It just rehashes the old question: can we play Marmoush behind Haaland? Can we have both of them in central areas? But then again, we can't even get Gonzalez into the midfield. So how are we going to get Marmoush
play that
in
system
there?
and drop Reinders and play Marmoush in that Reinders?
That's what I was thinking. You go Doku, Savio, Haaland, and then Marmoush behind Haaland. But then again, like I said, we're struggling with the midfield logjam already. So now you're going to have to bench two of them instead of just benching the one.
Because the problem with that system, I'll tell you what the problem with that system, right? I'll tell you right now what will go wrong with that system. He'll play Rodri and Bernardo. Bernardo will go up the pitch and Rodri will end up like he did against Man United, Bodo Glim, and he'll be in that midfield on his own. He'll be getting absolutely rinsed on that midfield. Yeah. If he plays that, I'm sorry, he's got to drop Bernardo. And Bernardo's got to be dropped, and you got to play Nico Gonzalez or O'Reilly. I'd probably play Nico Gonzalez and say, stay next to Rodri. Yeah. Because what I'll end up, if he plays Rodri and Bernardo, I guarantee you now, Bernardo will get up the pitch, leave Rodri on his own, we'll lose the ball, and we'll get fucked on transition. 100%. Because that's exactly what happened, yeah. In the sort of like United game, the Bodo game, when Rodri was just on the midfield on his own. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to see it, but you can't play Bernardo.
Yeah.
I think, you can't play Bernardo. I think you can't play Bernardo. But Bernardo's been one of our best players over the last 6 weeks. Do you know what I mean? See what you guys in the chat are saying. Nico O'Reilly's good enough to play that role. He might be. I mean, I personally would go Nico. If it's a more defensive-focused role, yeah, I probably would go Nico G. But you can play Nico O'Reilly. It's not a major issue. Can't play three of them together, won't work.
Yeah. Who knows
about who wasn't good tonight?
That's see, that would be nitpicking after a big win.
I think everyone was good.
Yeah, I would say I don't know that anybody was bad.
No.
I mean, there are some people who weren't as good as others, of course. That's always going to happen. But I don't think anybody was bad. I think Reinders continues to get into good positions. Just can't get the ball inside the net to save his life.
Reinders
just can't put it away.
Yeah,
mate,
Reinders.
the way the camera zooms in on him and he just like smiles after he misses. It's elite tier rage, mate. He goes, he's like, I'm like, mate.
Yeah. Reinders. The thing is, though, Reinders is just the Reinders is just the finishing. You know, what I mean, he's running and he got into some unbelievable positions. He couldn't put it. I've seen this a couple of times. People saying Pep banned for the West Ham game and the FA Cup game. Is that true?
I thought he needed. I knew he needed. I thought he needed 2 more yellow cards to get to 10. I don't know. Maybe he picked up. Did he pick up one in the last couple of matches?
I don't think it's 5. I think it's 3 for managers and then like 6 for games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The numbers are different, but I thought he was I thought he was 2 off, and he got 1 today. But if he got 1 earlier in the earlier matches, then it's possible.
I wonder if Pep's done it on purpose so he doesn't get banned for the Chelsea and Arsenal game. You know, the Premier League games.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because he's probably looking at his West Ham game going, like, if I just get banned for West Ham, chill. FA Cup quarterfinal, chill.
But not being funny, you're a manager. It's you basically choose to get yellow cards as a manager.
Yeah, but at the same time, Pep's got to know himself that he's a bit of a...
Listen, if you're Pep, you could just simply not shout at the fucking fourth official every game. And he wouldn't get...
Yeah, but you can't. Pep's not like that. Pep loses his head, doesn't he? Yeah, I mean, so I feel maybe it could be... Could it be tactics? Could it be tactics? I don't know. You know what, though? There's a question for you, yeah? Could you theoretically get banned for the Carabao Cup final? If you got the yellow card before as a manager, could you get banned for the final or not? Like, could that happen?
I mean, I think so.
Probably.
I mean, because all the games technically count the same, right?
I think so. Because I think
that'd be a bit mad, that though, wouldn't it?
That would be absolutely mad.
Rodri's red card carried over to that Newcastle Cup game a few years ago. So yeah, I think it would.
Which is why Arsenal keep yelling about Rodri, because they want him to be banned in these games coming up so that we can drop points. But yeah.
All right, cool. Let's have a look at some of these chats that have come in. Guys, smash these likes up if you've not done so already, man. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Tarek as well. Just put the link in the chat. Yeah, get subbed up to that. Yeah. Big up Jay as well. I don't know if you're still there, but big up to you, bro. Enjoy your time in London, man. Big up Foggy. Big up Stallion says, watch DFA try to fix the City v Arsenal. Let's hope for a better draw. Danny and Tarek, a lot of people saying we will batter Madrid. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? They're missing key players. Yeah, so Mbappe's out. Rodrigo's out. Jude Bellingham's out. If Vinny gets a yellow card in his first leg, he's banned for the second leg.
Who else is on that list? Like Chouameni as well or something?
I think was Valverde on it as well, or Camavinga.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
it was one of them French guys in midfield. Don't know which one it was.
What are you saying? Do you think we can batter him?
Batter sounds maybe a little touch too strong. I do think we win. I think we beat them by 2 goals, whether it's 3-1, 2-0. That's what I'm projecting. I do think we win. Now, two goals sounds ridiculous when you're talking about Real Madrid, because you're going to the Bernabeu. They always have some top tier magic that they do that they just get calls, they get everything to go their way, but I just think we're better than them right now, especially with those players out. I think today was a response to what we saw against Nottingham Forest and the club as a whole, but the players that went out on the pitch had a point to prove. Again, many of them haven't played, but I think as a team, collectively, we needed a response to what we saw at Nottingham Forest, and they gave it today. And I think we'll do the same against Real. Maybe that's hopeful thinking.
I'm
really
so
do
confident,
think so.
Tarek. Yeah. I'm so confident against Madrid, man. I think we'll do him.
Yeah,
I think we'll do it, man. You know what, as well, yeah. Jeez, I think Pep was fired up today.
Yes, he was.
Oh, yeah.
He was very animated. Very animated,
bro. Like, I don't know, like, if he's that Forest game has got to him and he's like, getting proper pumped up. But I don't know. I kind of feel that against Forest, he was kind of like a bit flat, a little bit subdued. But today he was proper on it, man. And obviously the players responded with the performance. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, these fucking players always reel you back in, don't they? You know what I mean? I know these players have a knack for it, man. But yeah, I think we'll do him. I think we'll beat him comfortably, Honestly, I'm saying comfortable Manchester City victory against Real Madrid. I really am.
Yeah, as long as we weather that storm that they're inevitably going to have at the start of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we always get our chances when we go there. We always go there, and usually we score multiple goals. So it's a matter of surviving when they pack us in, because every single time we go there, they do have their moments. So it's about being resilient, because we said this before we went there in December. In the first half hour, we were minging. We couldn't leave our half, and they had a long injury list then as well. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see.
Because I think we all came into that match thinking, oh, they've got a lot of injuries, they got a lot of people out, we'll go in, and it didn't turn out that way. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. It'll be interesting. Again, because of the way we played today, Pep's got quite a few choices he's got to make. He's got to make some big decisions, some big calls on who's going to be playing. None bigger than who's going to be our center back pairing.
Yeah.
Well, I go Cousinov, bro.
I think you have
to.
I think with Madrid, what it is LB said this back on City Extra. I can't remember what game he said this about. He's like, we're going to go to this stadium. We're going to get 3 or 4 really good chances. That's for sure. You have to take at least 2 or 3 of them. Can't remember what the context was, but that's how it's going to be. It probably was Real Madrid because we played them so many times. But you've definitely said that about some team. That's just how it's going to be again.
And the problem is we're at the moment probably the most unclinical team we've seen the City team be for time. That was so unserious in front of goal. It's actually wild. So we've got to fix that up on Wednesday, mate. Because if we go to the Bernabeu on Wednesday, we go to Bernabeu on Wednesday and finish our dinner like we've been finishing over the last couple of weeks, we're gonna get punished. You know what I mean? We've got to put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, which then makes me think, should Savio play? Because if we're talking about killers. Yeah, should these players, do we need to just go for killers? But who are the killers? Do we even have any killers in this team? You know what I mean? So I don't even know if you can do that.
Well, you got Semenyo. He's my number one killer right now. No matter how badly he plays in all other aspects, he always gets a goal. So he's one of them where you can just trust him to get a goal no matter how he's playing. He's one of my first names on the team sheet. But then again, I've expressed concerns playing him and Marmoush together, so it's one or the other. It's tough.
You can't play them both. You can't play them both. No tech, man. Yeah, I mean, you got to have some tech at the Bernabeu. You got to have players that can keep the ball, little techie drillers. You can't be playing both of them. Who did we play last time at the Bernabeu? Did we play them both then?
It was Cherky, Foden, and Doku Haaland, I'm pretty sure. Because I was back in our December bag and we had Foden, Cherky, and Doku.
Man City, Real Madrid. Let's have a look at the starting 11 in that game.
It was Gonzalez, O'Reilly, Nunes. I'm trying to think. I think Diaz played as well.
Yeah, I got it here, bro.
It's funny. Danny with the young brain.
Yeah. O'Reilly, of course, scored the opener for us. Yeah.
I know. Right. So I don't know if you guys see this properly, chat. I have zoomed in, but for some reason the text is bare small. Donnarumma in goal, Nunes, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly. So obviously that whole back line is going to be completely different, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because Nunes will play right back. I go Kuzanov, Gay, Aït-Nouri. Completely different back line by Nunes. Yeah, and then he played. No way Foden gets in, so he'll be benched.
No.
Nico did play in that game. Cherky, Doku, Haaland. I think you've got to play Cherky, don't you, on Wednesday? I think you have to play Cherky, mate. I think you've got to have a player who can keep the ball, in tight situations, under pressure situations, and Cherky can do that.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Could you play, Danny, could you play Cherky in the Reinders role, do you reckon? But maybe just not, Reinders was getting into the box crashing. Could you put him in the position of Reinders, but not the box crashing aspect? Because Pep did say in the press conference he wants to see Cherky get closer to Haaland. So that's the way you could do it.
Right.
Sure, if he's your most attacking midfield in your midfield three, then I think that's viable. Because off ball, he and Reinders do the same thing, and that's a square root of fuck all. So as long as you have two guys who can. As long as you have two guys who can win the duels behind him, that's fine. Then again,
you're back in that situation where you can't play Rodri and Bernardo because Rodri's going to end up getting caught out isolated. Because I'm telling you now, Bernardo won't do it. Bernardo does go adrift and he'll go up the pitch and leave Rodri on his own.
So what we're thinking Rodri, Gonzalez, and Cherky in the midfield then,
unless he tucks in Aït-Nouri off the left, or maybe he'll go O'Reilly at left back. And then tell O'Reilly to invert like a Zinchenko.
And then Atandile is bringing up a good point here. Doku and Trent, do you want to exploit that matchup as well?
Yeah, well, Doku's cooked Trent before, hasn't he?
Exactly. So
you would expect him to cook him every time.
And if you wanted to do that, then having O'Reilly instead of Aït-Nouri would be the play. Because Aït-Nouri, if you play Aït-Nouri, Aït-Nouri's going to go down on the wing and occupy the wing space, and Doku's not going to get the 1v1v Trent. Yeah, if you play O'Reilly and tell O'Reilly to tuck in, Doku can go to the wing.
I feel like Doku Semenyo could be the play on the wings for me.
But do you want to play Doku on the wing? He never gets any assists or goals or anything when he's on the wing. He just takes players on and wins corners.
Well, wing, like off ball. He's muscly, he holds the ball up well. So, don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. This game's fucked me over in terms of system. I don't know what to do in this system. Who's that left back?
Carreras, Alvaro Carreras.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He was so good back in December. He got forward so well.
Yeah.
So
is he good at defending? What's he like 1v1 defending and that? Is he all right?
I watched him at Benfica. I thought he was pretty good at it. When he was in United's academy, he was getting cooked off every winger we had, but he's really improved at it.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon, chat? Let us know in the chat what you guys are saying on this one, because I'm kind of torn, man. Because he's played this sort of different system tonight with proper true wings, and it's worked really well.
Oh, is he injured? Mendy's not that good. If it's Mendy, I fancy my chances, but
Mendy's a bit of a weird player.
Mendy's one of them. He's good on FIFA, but he's not so good in real life.
Yeah. I don't know what to do, man. Yeah, Andom says Cherky Semenyo, Doku, Haaland.
I'm game with that, yeah.
I like it. I don't dislike it for sure.
Unless we're going to sit back versus an injured Madrid. Nah, you can't be sitting back against an injured Madrid, man. We've got to full send it, man. I think we've got to take it to him, me. I think we go there on Wednesday and we lay it on thick, man. I'm being serious. I want to go there and just full send the situation.
I think considering Mbappe and Bellingham are out, you can afford to play that basketball game. I think we've got more firepower than they do. Yeah. Of course, if Mbappe and Bellingham, if they're back for the second leg, then can you really afford to do that? Probably not.
That's why you kind of need to put this away now. Don't even give them any hope for that second leg. Now that's asking a lot going to the Bernabeu, but I'm just saying this team without those two players is kind of ordinary.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. And thinking back, imagine we're in 12-13 when we drew them in the group stage. telling me 13 years later, we need to bury this tie. We need to bury this tie against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Imagine telling me that 13 years ago.
But we've gone there and truly outplayed them a couple times. But then we have that momentary lapse, or they just have that moment where they just become Real Madrid, and then they go get a goal or two, and then now it's a totally different game. But I think, man, I just think we're better than them.
No, I agree with you. And I think all those Real Madrid moments have come when we're just sitting off them. They'll pull a screamer out of nowhere. Rodrigo will run to the near post out of nowhere.
Well, he's out, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he is. He's done his ACL, didn't he?
He's ACL. He's out. Mbappe's out. So their front line's going to be what, Danny? Vinny Jr. Is Mastam still fit?
I think
he was injured.
Well, I think it's going to be Gonzalo Garcia up top.
Gonzalo, who's that? Gonzalo Garcia.
He played for them back in December. I think he scored a hat-trick against Sociedad, but he's their backup striker.
Is he a young player or something?
He's like 21, I think. It's going to be Garcia, Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
It might be I think it's going to be Arda Güler because he played behind the two strikers.
Oh, Arda Güler, yeah. Güler,
he's a baller.
Yeah, he's a baller, mate. I can't lie. Yo, he was going to leave in the summer as well. Apparently, all the Turkish Donny was telling him to leave, but he stayed, man. He's a good player.
Mad.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to... What's their midfield going to be then? If they've got no Bellingham, was it going to be Valverde, Tchouaméni? Did they play Tchouaméni these days, or I don't know? I've not watched
Tchouaméni scored a couple days ago when they played Celta Vigo, or that was yesterday. So yeah, it will be Tchouaméni, I'm guessing. So again, Celta Vigo was Thiago Pitarch, who's just an academy player, Tchouaméni and Valverde.
Go away. Yeah, I want a full send it, man. I want a batter of me. First leg, I want to humble them, man. I want them to clap our players off the pitch. I'll be real. Yeah, I think they're mid-team, man. Yeah, I know we're not the best either, yeah, but I still think we should send it. Let's have a look at some of these chats that have come in. Smash these likes as well, boys. If you've not done so already, hit the like button. 1,400 people locked in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Ski Dog, I'm going to come to your chat in a sec, yeah? Shout out to Toasters. Imagine Diaz starting with Stones today, for example. Yeah, that can't work. Because you can't squeeze the team high up the pitch because you're just going to get fucking rinsed. I feel like when you play Cousinov, yeah, you can be more aggressive, push the team higher up the pitch, and then you can pin them in, and that's when City are at the best. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. You can't do that, man. There you go. I agree. If you want basketball, Cousinov has to start.
Yeah, valid. I also want him on that right-hand side because Vinny's going to try and go in behind. Yeah, he's the only one who can go stride for stride, yeah.
That's literally what he's saying. I think Cousinov might need to start right side of centre-back for Vinny. Yeah, I agree. I do the same thing.
This isn't a slight on Diaz. It's just a better systematic fit for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's a better systematic fit, bro. Like last 15 minutes against Leeds, obviously Diaz was the player that you'd want on the pitch in that situation. When the ball's just getting lumped into the penalty area, you just want some warrior just to head the ball away all the time. That's probably where you want Diaz. But in this situation, yeah, you probably do want... Yeah, you probably do want him. Shout out to Andre, says, need to finish our chances with Courtois and goal, bro. I've been on about this for a while. Clinical. We scored 3 today. We should have, if we're being honest, yeah, we've been ultra critical. We should have scored 7. Yeah, to be honest, Ryan just missed sitter after sitter for me. So, yeah, we've got to be clinical. You know what I mean? This is a Champions League. Yeah, we've got to put the ball away. Yeah, and we'll get chances. We'll definitely get chances. We've got to be clinical, mate. 100% agree with you. I remember, yeah, 4-3 at the Etihad years ago. And I
yeah,
said, L result. Yeah, and people was going, why being negative for? We won the game. I said, because we should have fucking battered them. And now we've got to go to the Bernabeu.
Yeah, because
and guess what? We went there, we lost.
We scored 2 in the first 10 minutes, and then we just let off a bit.
Bro, we should have
Benzema scored that header, yeah.
We conceded some dead-ass goals, yeah? Stupid penalty. Crap defending on one of them from Zinchenko, yeah? We missed chance after chance after chance. And I remember coming away from the game saying, that was a bad result. How was it a bad result? We won it because I said we should have fucking rinsed them. The game should be over. And we went to Bernabeu and deaded it off. We got beat. Yeah, so we got to be clinical. Yeah, and again, that's when you got to think about it, though, Andrew. Yeah, we've just been talking about Savio and stuff, and saying, "Oh, what a good game does he play on Wednesday?" But he's the complete opposite to clinical, mate.
Yeah.
So, do you really want to play him? I don't know. This is why it gets difficult, and this is why I said it before. I did say this. I said, even though I'm glazing Savio, he's got to work on his shooting. Yeah, because as good as he was today, yeah, he plays like that against Madrid, but then gets a big chance and fucks it up. You're not going to be happy, are you? So, he got, but the whole team has to work on it. Reinders, for example, today was poor. Shout out to True Dogs, who says the only reason we have this style of play is because the players on the field can't do it with Semenyo and Haaland and the 4 midfielders. I actually kind of agree with this a little bit because for me, the football today, Tarek, yeah, it's about quick, free-flowing football, fluid football, yeah? But you do that with techie ballers.
Mm-hmm.
I like Semenyo. Yeah, he's got 5 goals already. The guys are not a techie baller. It takes him 3 touches to control the ball. So can you really play that style of football? Haaland the same. Can you play that football with those players? Or is it going to be too, I don't know what the word is to describe it, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, can you do it? True Dogs is saying you can't. You can't play that football with those players.
So I think there's 2 things. Yes, the tech of the players comes into play, right? Their ability to trap a ball, control a ball, move a ball, all those things matters. But I think just as much of it is mentality and mindset. If you think about who was on the pitch today, a lot of them are relatively new. They haven't been playing in a Pep system for, 5-10 years, right? Stones, but in Stones, Ake, they're really the only ones that you would say have been indoctrinated by Pep, that the ball is the most important thing in the world. Do not lose possession at any cost. And when you have that mindset, it makes you play less aggressive. You're more concerned about not losing the ball, which I think right now is what we're seeing with Phil. When Phil came on, it was like a dichotomy because he wants to keep the ball and everybody else wants to go. When you get Rodri in the pitch, when you get Bernardo on the pitch, it's going to change that mentality. Rodri plays with pausa that maybe, or with calma, or just a patience that probably Nico G doesn't play with at this point in time. He's not going to just intentionally slow the game down when he has an opportunity to hit a break. I think that's the biggest issue. To me, it's the mindset that these players that were out there today, they want to get the ball, they want to go, they want to be direct. They're used to being direct. When you get Bernardo on the game in the match, Bernardo's not going to be direct. He's going to intentionally slow it down. Rodri's going to intentionally slow it down. Phil is going to intentionally slow it down. So I think that is just as big, if not more so, than the technical ability. Because you can't tell me that a Rodri, maybe Bernardo because he's older, but Phil, they couldn't physically do what these guys are doing. They could. They just choose not to.
Interesting, man. Let me know what you guys in the chat are saying as well, man. People get your comments in on this.
And that's not to suggest, because I know where that conversation leads to Pep broke Grealish and Pep broke all these players. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you have Cherky, when he gets the ball, he looks at a pass and says, that pass is probably 80% likely to happen, maybe even 70% likely to pull it off. But I'm gonna try it anyway, because if it hits, then it's a guaranteed goal. Phil looks at that same pass and says, that's a 70% chance. I'm not even going to play that. It's got to be 85 to 90 before I make that pass. That's the difference. It's a mentality difference.
All right, cool. Let's see what else you guys are saying in the chat, man. Cool Family says Haaland can play in any team, any system. Haaland is technically more sound than Omar.
Nah.
I don't know. That
I don't think
either one of them are great.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who's more techie out of the two. I don't know who's more. Neither of them are techie. Yeah,
exactly.
But who's the most techie out of the two? I don't know. Sometimes Haaland will pull out a bit of tech out. You don't remember that little play that he did the other day when
he's got moments.
He got the ball on his left and then he knocked it onto his right. It was flat. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I agree with you in the sense that I think Haaland's better at linking up the play, but it's not really a strong suit of either of them.
Nah, they're both not the best technical players, mate. Yeah, but Omar can hit a ball, man. Yeah, he can hit a ball for sure. Yeah, he can hit a ball, man. Do you know what I mean? Listen, we've got to try and find a way of getting Omar Mamouche some more minutes, man, because I've said this guy's a good player, but for some reason this year he's not really got a lot of minutes, man. You know, he's played 500 minutes in the Premier League, Danny.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? Like, we've got to try and get this guy some more minutes somehow and try and get him into the system and make it work. Because, like I said, whenever he plays with Haaland, man, I feel like, apart from last year when we played Newcastle, he got the hat trick. I just kind of feel like he doesn't really look like he suits the team, man. But the guy, he gets goals. If you get him in the right area, yeah, you can get, he scores goals because you can hit a ball. I mean, that goal today, he scored that second goal. Oh my God.
It's a ridiculous hit. It was so good.
That touch on his left foot as well. Everyone always talks about his touch, by the way, yeah? That touch was unreal. Because if that touch is too light, yeah, he can't get the power because the ball will be under him. And if it's too much, yeah, the defender comes and comes and blocks it or comes and gets it. That left foot touch was unbelievable. And then the strike was class. I just don't know, man. I feel like he's a bit of a mystery player, man, Moosh. Lou, what are you saying? It was unreal glaze, bro. It's a fucking mad goal, bro.
Mate, he's put a top bins from 20 yards out.
Bro,
come on.
Ball's come to him, yeah. He took one touch on his left foot, set himself up, and then banged it. How is that not a real goal? It's a banger. It's a banger. Am I glazing Danny on that?
No, you're not. He's taken it down and put the top bins. 1-2 bang. I mean,
I think it was a banger, me. Yeah. Honestly,
the goal was nice. The touch was fine. Okay, you are glazing the touch, but the finish was very, very good. I mean, come on.
Honestly, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Curtis says he wouldn't be against starting Mamouche, bringing Haaland on in the odd game here or there. It might even give Haaland a kick up the arse. Well, this is a conversation we've had a lot about should Haaland be dropped or not. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what you do, man. Like, for me, I just struggle to say drop Erling Haaland. Like, is it working right now? No, it's not, because he scored one open play goal in 11. But I just don't think that's the answer. I just don't think it's the answer. I'm sorry, I don't think it's the answer. I just don't. I don't think dropping the best striker in the world is the answer. Yeah, and he's our most clinical player. And I know he's not scoring goals, and I get that, and that's a problem. But I just don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you've got to find out why is he not scoring goals and fix that problem rather than just go, he's not scoring goals, drop him. I don't think that's the right way of thinking about it.
So do you think, this is a question, and sorry, this is not my show, I can't take over. But do you think no, but do you think, so Semenyo has scored, so I think there was one, did I say this on your show or was it on, I don't know. But the fact that Semenyo, it feels like Semenyo and Haaland are scoring one or the other. It had to be on with your show. I feel like I had this conversation with you, LB. But it feels like only one of them is scoring in any given match. And I just wonder if they're getting in each other's spaces because Semenyo is coming inside. He's not playing out on the touchline like he was when he first came. He's coming inside. And so now he's in some of the same places and spaces that Haaland is trying to be in. I wonder if that is contributing to Haaland's recently.
So this
because
is a good question.
Scoring, I got an amazing clip before this.
Yeah, so this is a good question because I have had someone say this in the comment section before. He says, LB, he said this in the comment, I've seen it the other day on a video. He said, LB, Semenyo's cooking. However, since Semenyo's come into the team, Haaland stopped scoring. Is that a problem? And I guess this is what you're saying.
Well,
Is Semenyo getting into the same positions? But then, like, how can he just fully stop scoring?
Yeah.
I kind of agree because I brought this up after the Newcastle game in the Cup where we won 2-0, where Semenyo scored that back post tap, and it kind of eliminates the need for Haaland to be waiting back post. Like, I want Haaland to change up his runs a bit because Semenyo's got that back post on lockdown. Can Haaland wait on the penalty spot more? Can he come more near post? And I don't know. Has Haaland's movement changed that much? I don't know if it has. I do want to keep
also,
him
yeah. What about if you drop Semenyo and then Haaland still doesn't score?
Well, then
Trust me, I'm not suggesting we drop Semenyo because right now he is our only other person that is consistently getting goals. And that's assuming that Haaland gets back to, you know, even close to what he was before, you know, as far as the scoring pace and the rate at which he was scoring. Semenyo's the only one that is consistently putting the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, so I don't know that you can drop him. I think you have
a couple of the lads are saying since he started doing YouTube, his form has dropped.
I don't think I really don't think there's a correlation there. I think people are doing too much there.
But it's a fun thing to say, right?
It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to say.
You see him doing that. You see him out there with KSI and Sidemen and all this other stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, why are you not getting goals? What's the problem? Are you less focused? Do I think that's an issue? No, but at this point, you start looking at anything and everything and trying to point fingers at stuff. So.
This guy says he needs to take down YouTube.
I mean, you know,
he needs to fuck it off, says Lee.
You know, if all of you people in the chat stopped watching his videos, maybe he would stop making them.
Yeah,
just spend all your time over on LB's channel. You don't need to go over there. You don't need to go over there.
Jay said he unsubscribed.
He said he's really? That's funny.
Yeah, he said he's trying to help him. He's unsubscribed.
Mate, I'm sure Haaland is absolutely heartbroken about that.
Yeah.
We can take a whole 1.2 thousand people that are currently watching off of his subscriber count.
I know. Listen, sorry, Ski Dog. This has been here for a while. Jerry Doku, that's what he said. Doku coming in with a 15-month membership. I was quite surprised to see him start today, boys. Obviously, he's had the injury. He's been out for a while. He come off the bench against Forest, looked really, really, really rusty to me. He didn't look fit at all, obviously. So I didn't expect to see him play. He did. He played a lot longer than I thought. First 20 minutes, didn't really look right. Again, looked rusty. But as the game went on, he really started to get into the game and started to sort of like get involved, creating chances. And I think he got the assistant for the Savio. Brilliant finish goal. Again, I suppose sort of where we at with Doku. I mean, he's not been fit for a while. I think he started training not this week, the week before on the Friday or the Thursday. So he's had just over a week of training. Is that enough? If you had another couple of days on, of course, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, is that enough to get a start at Real Madrid? I mean, he cooked really. I think, if I remember rightly, in the last game, didn't he cook? I'm pretty sure he did really well against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu this year. But yeah, Danny, I'll come to you on this one. Doku, what do you think of him today? And where are you at on the Real Madrid game? Is he someone that you've got in mind for starting?
Yeah, I think he did well. I think he got in the right positions, made the right passes. When he got in those positions, there were a couple balls he put in across the box that no one could really get a toe on. And that's Doku doing the right thing. He's a difference maker. He always makes the space for himself, and he usually makes the right decision in the box. Question is, does he start against Madrid? I would, just because of the matchup against Trent, like people were saying. I know he's going to have the beating against Trent time in, time out. And if he can, I mean, he got his way against Trippier and got the ball in the box. If he comes against Trent, he'll beat Trent and he'll do the same thing. So I don't see why not. The question is, does that mean he's going to be a touchline winger if you're going to put him against Trent? Does that take him out the central areas that he's so good in?
That's what I was saying before. It probably will.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. And that's why I don't like him in that position.
Oh.
So I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know if I'd risk him, man. With his injury record, Danny.
So what would you do then? Would you just put Semenyo on the left and someone else on the right then?
I think
because I'm hell bent on this Doku left Semenyo right. I know they're not really wingers, but
I just think you've got to get Cherky in the team against Madrid. But I think if you get Cherky in the team, if you're going to play him in that midfield attacking role, I think you've got to play Gonzalez and Rodri. And he won't do that. He'll play Bernardo and Rodri will get fucked in midfield.
Yeah.
That's my problem. That's my issue with that situation. Will he not play Savio and play Cherky right wing like he was doing early in the season? Remember when he was doing that early in the season? He was playing Cherky right wing.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, why is he playing right wing? Maybe he could do that. You know what I mean? You play him there, and then you've got Doku on the left. Just not play Savio, play Doku on the left. Haaland up top. And then midfield free. Then you could play O'Reilly, Rodri, Bernardo. Nico G miss out, but then you could do that. And then you get Doku, but then no Semenyo.
I'll say you miss out on Savio there.
It's probably better for Haaland, obviously, in terms of creativity-wise. But then if Haaland's not playing well, you're screwed because then you have a player that can score a goal because you've dropped Semenyo to the bench. So this is everything that's going to be going around Pep said in the next few days.
I'm not sure if I like Semenyo on the bench because every time we sort of brought him on as a sub, he's not really done a whole lot. He's been better coming in from the start. So it's really tough. I'm leaning towards Doku Semenyo, but if he puts Cherky on the right, then that's fine with me. It's a good headache to have, as Miles has said. So
yeah, I think
it is fun.
For me, Doku is he 100% back? No. But I think he looked good enough today. If he doesn't, have any setbacks and he can recover between now and what is it, Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we play, then I think you run him back out there. He does the thing that nobody else does on our team, which is take players on. He can hold the ball up. It was interesting to see when we had Marmouche on. They were playing that long ball to Doku because he has the ability to hold the ball up. He gets the ball, he keeps it, he draws fouls. I just think you have to play him. I think him and Semenyo, to me, I would love to see that.
But what about the injury concerns? 13 injuries at 23.
Yeah,
regular injury prone player. Is it
if
smart
I think it's a concern, then yeah, I would be careful. But the fact that they're putting him, I like to think that they took their time bringing him back, which is why he was out for so long. Because initially it was like, oh, he'll be out for a couple of weeks or whatever it was, and he ended up being out for over a month. I just think that I hope that they were taking their time, making sure he was actually good instead of trying to rush him back. Again, if there's any doubt, if there's any amount of pain, any amount of niggles or whatever between now and then you don't play him. But if he's good to go, I run him back out there.
Yeah, I've got some Savio glazed chat from Pep Guardiola. He says, Pep Guardiola on Savio, at that age, in the 1-against-1, he's unstoppable. When we finish the final product, he will be a top class player.
I'll tell you what, you said something similar about Doku about 12 months ago, and now look.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't sound like someone that's leaving in the summer, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, actually, as a matter of fact, it was funny because Goldbridge seems to have accepted the fact that Pep's not going. He put a video out talking about Pep's here to stay or something like that. So all the people who were hoping and rooting and telling us that he was going to leave are now accepting the fact that, nope, we see comments like that. He's not going anywhere.
All right, cool. I'll remember some of these chats before we bring it to a close. Shout out to Massam, who says, does anybody else think Haaland take weak shots? Well, he scuffs a few. He's not the cleanest.
So he doesn't always get a clean.
Yeah. When he hits it, he hits it. Yeah, he fucking can hit a ball, but he just scuff it a little bit, man. He's not.
He doesn't take a ball. He doesn't take a shot like Marmouche does. If that's what we're saying, no. It's a complete difference. Yes. Yeah,
no. Sometimes he does scuff it. I think the thing is with Haaland, he always side foots it, doesn't he, or hits it with the instep. Like whereas Marmouche is always hitting it with his laces.
Laces, yeah.
So Marmouche, when he hits it right, mad goal, like the Bournemouth goal, like today, like he can hit it. But the thing is though, James, yeah, we've seen Haaland smack it before, and when he smacks it, he can catch it. And obviously he's fucking 6'5", so when he hits it, he generates a lot of power. And I've always said, though, James, I've said this about Savio. I always think that when you're a player and you're out of form, just fucking whack it, man. Yeah, just get your head down. Yeah, get your body over the ball and hit it as hard as you can at the net. Yeah, don't go top corner. Just try and get it on target and smack it. And I'm telling you now, you'll score a lot. Aguero used to do it all the time.
Oh yeah, King of the near post.
If he used to get anywhere near the front, he'd just go, I'm going to hit this as hard as I can. Aguero.
The 93-20 goal, the one against De Gea in that derby in 18-19.
Yeah, the United goal when he dropped it past all the players, smacks it. He done it all the time, smacks it. Yeah, you don't have to try and place it all the time. Yeah, I've always said this about players when they're out, and obviously Haaland's out of form. Maybe he's a little bit low on confidence. I'd argue that he probably is. Just fucking hit it as hard as you can. Put your fucking laces through it. I said that about Savio for the last 18 months. Every time he goes for a goal, Savio, I just tell him to smack it as hard as he can. Yeah, and then you get a couple goals because you are going to score a couple goals by doing that. Yeah, you'll miss a couple. You might look like a bit of an idiot on a couple of them, but you are going to score some because just the sheer power alone will take you past the goalkeeper. And then when you've got a couple of goals, get a little bit more confidence, then you can start to chill and start finish like proper nice finishing and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think getting a goal today can only be good for his confidence. Just to see the ball go in the back of the net, even if you didn't plan for it, didn't really know anything about it, but just to know I got a goal. Hopefully that gets that monkey off his back and now he can go and play with it. But I think there was a shot that he took. He's coming in on his left foot, coming inside, takes the shot and ends up probably, I think, for a throw or whatever. So again, there's still plenty of room for him to continue to work on his shooting, which is what Pep is saying. If he ever gets that, yeah, he'll be worth the quote unquote 75 million that was bandied about, and probably even more than that, because the showing that he put on today, everything but being clinical in front of goal, dude, he was great, man. He was really, really, really good.
Yeah,
I'm here. Have I like that?
Yeah, you were frozen for a couple seconds there. Yeah.
Oh, I'm back now. Yeah. No, I agree with you, type man. He just needs to learn that finishing in it. But like I say, get the confidence, get a couple more goals, and who knows, maybe we can start cooking on gas. Anything else from you boys? Anything else from the chat?
So the chat is asking about Ake. What do you think about Ake?
I thought he was great. I said it in the watch along. I said whoever gets him, he's going to get a top player. He's a top player. He just can't run.
He's been nothing but consistent. I think from like 2021 to 2023, he was probably one of our best defenders, if not our best one. The 21-22 season where we played the false nine, that clearance he made against Arsenal, I mean, my God, haven't seen anything like it since. Just a top guy. He's one of them who's just like cult hero status for me. And today played left back. Everyone thought he'd get rinsed, and he held his own super well. So
yeah, because I was concerned. I was concerned because we saw last time we played Newcastle how they beat us with pace, almost over and over and over. And especially in that first, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I was having visions of that, of that game again. But then we got it together, and he was really, really good. I can't take anything away from him. Much better than I thought he was going to be, just because of that lack of pace. So again, it just goes to show you when you're a smart player, you can make up for some of the physical attributes, but not all of them. So again, do I want to do that consistently? No, but I appreciate having that veteran presence back there. So yeah,
he's whoever gets him this summer, because he's got 1 year left in his contract. I imagine he'll probably go for what, 15 mil? Do you reckon?
Yeah, 15.
If you think he'd go for that? I mean, is he how much? He's a year left.
I think he's 1 year left. I think he's 31, so he's not like mad old. I think 15 million. I think if I was
15's probably right. I would say 10 to 15. Yeah.
Well, if you was a newly promoted team,
you would do a lot worse than bringing him in.
Oh yeah, it's the face of your window right there.
Bro, that's an unbelievable signing. I mean, I said when Sunderland got promoted and they signed Granit Xhaka, I said, what a signing that is. Unbelievable signing. Yeah? And no one makes these type of signings anymore. If I was a newly promoted team, I'd be going to City. I'd say, get Ake at City, centre-back, probably captain the team. Top signing. Yeah, you could go and get Stones while you're right. Imagine that. Imagine a newly promoted team just goes and gets John Stones and Ake and just says, come keep us up. You could do it. You could do a lot worse than that, couldn't you? So, yeah, John Stones played well. That pass to fucking Savio today from John Stones was a disgrace. Bro, Savio should have banged that straight away, man. I can't believe he tried passing that, man. He's got to just whip his left foot around that, man, and put it in the back of the net. But, yeah, John Stones, sound, it was good. Two good players, man. Listen, obviously, this season, they both had the problems, either slow or injuries in the case of John Stones. But these have been top Manchester City players over the years, top players, and you know, I'm not sad to see them go in terms of what they're giving me now, but I'm sad to see them go because they're top players, man. You know, I mean, they're good, and like I say, if I was a manager in the Premier League, yeah, I'd definitely try and sign Stones. I'd take the gamble because if you get John Stones on a free transfer and you can keep him fit for 6-7 months of the season, bro, like
Absolutely,
you get lucky. Obviously, you probably won't. You probably will get injured, but if you get lucky, wow.
He's top class without the injuries, and he's captained the team a few times. He's got that leadership about him now. So again, he's got that know-how in close games when his back's against the wall. He could help a relegation standard team so easily. I'm not saying that's his level. I'm just saying he could elevate a team like that so much.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe a company will take him on a free.
Yeah, who knows?
The thing is a free transfer, so like anyone can take a risk on him.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like any team, even if you're a big team, you know what I mean. They just take a risk. It's a free.
It
transfer.
just depends on how much he's willing to take for a salary.
Wages.
Yeah, his wages. Because if he wants too much, then that makes it less likely. It shuts down some doors. But yeah, on a free, you can go anywhere.
All right, boys. Anything else? Well, we've not spoke about Randers. Did we speak about Randers? He's finishing. I can't remember if we spoke about it.
I called out the fact that he just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
I think we sprinkled it throughout the show, to be fair. We said a few times could have scored 8 if he could just put his shoot.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we did a segment on it, but yeah, that guy's shooting needs to improve, man, honestly. Yeah, you can't be missing the target twice from them 2 shots that he had on his right foot as well. He's got to be doing better there, man. Yeah, I think he should have had a hat-trick as well. Well, to be honest with you, mate, I think he could have had 4. Like that first one in the first 2 minutes, he's got to score that, man. How has he missed a target? That is shockingly bad. But he's getting in the right areas. He's getting in the right areas. So this is the thing with him. Like, you know, do you keep playing him because he keeps on getting in the right areas? And you just hope at some point the goals will come, or do you go, well, he's getting in the right areas, but he's not scoring the goals?
Yeah, but who are you benching out the team? That's the question. I don't think there's anyone worth dropping out the team to get him in.
It'd have to be probably. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have to be Bernardo or O'Reilly, wouldn't it?
I understand his upside super high, but like the current version of him, does he displace anyone? I really don't think so.
No. Yeah, not at the starting 11. You're probably right. At the starting 11, probably not. But yeah, maybe off the bench. You know, if you need a goal or something, bring him off the bench. Probably. Yeah, here he is, Pulpy. All right, what you said about Cousinov, lad? Yellow card liability, apparently. Yeah. Well,
are we going to do this every single time?
Yes.
Every time. Pulpy's going to get it. Jay's going to get it.
It's like every single time Spurs lose, and it's every week now. It's like, how did we drop 5 points? This, like, mate, I get it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. And the thing is, what's bad for Pulpy as well is Abdulkadir Kuzanov's probably going to be Manchester City's right-sided centre-back for the next 10 years. And so for the next 10 years, Pulpy's going to get this for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? It's painful.
Remember when you said he wasn't good enough? He was a liability?
Yeah, he's a liability, man. Can't lie. All right, boys. Anything else from you two? Any other topics you want to cover before we get off? No?
I'm very, very happy we have a sequel to Demichelis' goal against Fulham, as Stephen McInerney said. That Savio goal was just like it.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, I know it was. Not crazy. All right, buzzing. We'll get out of here. Boys. See what else you guys in the chat are saying. Anderson, I know you said Anderson 4. Is there any Anderson news? Anderson news?
Nah, there's no news on him.
No news, not seeing any Anderson news.
Yeah, it's pretty much same.
Yeah, not seeing it, man. Yeah, I've seen this about Pep apparently missing the next 2 games. So West Ham and the quarterfinal, the FA Cup, people are saying. When is that FA Cup quarterfinal game, by the way? Should I check the fixtures?
I think it's right after international break, because I've seen like Goldbridge bitching about they've only got 2 games in April. Pulpy, mate. That's what Tinder's for. That's what Tinder's for, pal.
Oh, this guy, man. Pulpy moving mad in the chat. So what? It's straight after the international break, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's right before Chelsea. Maybe my math is off. I'll have a look. FA Cup 2026.
Yeah, I think you might be right, you know, because we play Arsenal on the 12th.
Yeah, quarterfinal Saturday, 4th of April.
4th of April.
Yeah, between the 22nd and the 12th, there's an international break and then that. So when's the draw? Is
Monday.
it tomorrow or Monday?
Oh, it might be
So,
tomorrow.
bro, imagine if we get like a fucking big team. We'd have Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final, big team, Chelsea in the league, Arsenal in the league.
Could you imagine if we had Arsenal before the international break, 2 weeks, and Arsenal
And then
again?
later again, yeah.
Oh, before that's Real Madrid as well. So, for example, yeah, say we got Arsenal or Chelsea, yeah, or Liverpool. Are Liverpool still in it?
Yeah, they beat Wolves yesterday.
Yeah, so say we got one of them, it would be Real Madrid at home, Carabao Cup final against Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea or Arsenal in the FA Cup, Chelsea away in the league,
And then
Arsenal at home in the league.
Yeah.
So then,
Bro,
That's
imagine
a
those
crazy run.
fighters.
Oh my
so then
god.
my question is, does it become like the end of 21-22 where we just fully punted against Liverpool in that semi-final because we had Atletico on either side of it? Or something
I don't know
like
if we can. I don't think we can afford to like take the foot off the gas in any competition, though, mate. Danny.
No, and today showed that the depth players can get it done against good teams. That was
Well, because
Why are they going to do this against Leverkusen, man?
Yeah, exactly. Because
Well,
I saw 10 changes, 9 if you don't count Trafford, and I'm just like, okay, this is Pep basically throwing it away. But I also recognize when you look at the names, there's really good names out there, so it's not technically like throwing it away. They just have to perform, and today they did against Leverkusen. They didn't, and I don't know what the difference is, but you know, maybe they realize, hey, we're running out of chances here. We gotta perform.
Yeah, that's my. Oh, I chill on the Bob thing. I chill on this, man. Nasty comment.
Wow,
This.
that's not right,
bro. That's
Come
not
on.
right, man. That's negative comment, mate. Yeah. Sweet. All right, and let's get out of here, boys. Big up to you, man. All right, lads, do me a favor. Smash the likes up on the stream before you go. Make sure you guys are subbed up to the channel. Sub up to Tarek as well. And yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Is there any games on tomorrow? Anything decent on tomorrow?
no, all the big teams played already, so we got a crappy slate tomorrow. We got like, what's it, Fulham, Southampton, Port Vale, Sunderland, and then Leeds, Norwich. I think that's what it is tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
it's dead, man. I don't know. I might do the Milan derby in it tomorrow. Milan
Ooh,
derby.
nice one.
Yeah, I might do that. That's on at 7:45. I'm just looking now if there's anything else in Europe that's on, but Benfica Porto, that's on at 6. Ooh. Yeah, you've got Old Firm at 1, Benfica Porto at 6, and then you've got the Milan derby at 7:45. That's decent, isn't it?
Did you guys watch any of
by
the
the way-
Girona game?
Go on.
Oh no, Tarek, this I seen that Kevin Sullivan done a madness of the MLS team, didn't he?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I think about
yeah.
Did you see it? I seen it come up on my Instagram, yeah. Kevin Sullivan, yeah, that 16-year-old kid or whatever, fucking that City have signed. He get like 2 goals, 2 assists in one game or something.
Yeah, 2 goals, 2 assists against some Trinidadian team.
Yeah,
so
it was
not the best competition, but
It
Oh,
was
it's not
the-
MLS game.
it was.
It was the CONCACAF Champions League,
That's what
which
it
is
was,
not
yeah.
nearly the same as UEFA
Oh.
Champions League.
Oh, I thought it was MLS game.
But it was his first 2 goals for the club. So
Yeah,
obviously
at
good
the
for him.
senior level. Yeah, but I think he did play. I think he might have even got a start in the MLS game a couple
No,
weeks
he
ago.
comes off the bench. I think
Comes off the bench. Okay, yeah. So he's getting playing time. So that's a good start
I
at
think
the top of the top team.
I think they're playing in about an hour, and they've got Champions League against a much better team in midweek. So he might end up starting today. We'll have to see.
Fair play.
Yeah,
man.
sub to the channel, top channel.
Yeah,
Just-
appreciate it in advance. Thank you so much. Just
Yeah, sub up,
same
man.
as my little thing right there, Tarek Peterson. Just look for that. You'll find it.
Yeah, guys, get subbed up, man. Get subbed up. LB recolors his trash, bro. Why are you trying to force me on this, man? I've already
Yeah,
said I think
that's-
he'll leave in the summer.
Mate, he didn't even play.
He
He's
didn't
on-
even gotta-
come on.
yeah.
Play, mate. Yeah, he didn't even play, mate. Can you not just enjoy the win, mate? So be negative,
Exactly.
mate. Yeah, did we not win tonight, mate? Right. Anyway, I'm getting off, man. I'm knackered. Big up to Tarek. Big up to Danny for joining me. Like, I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, Rico hate is an illness.
Yes. Leave that kid alone.
Yeah. Right. Big up, lads. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.
Morning. How much is this?
149, sir.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.